In space, no one can hear you scream. Hello YouTubers, happy Alien Day. Today on April 26th, it is Alien Day. And I'm a big fan of the Alien film franchise. I have 2 video games and the Alien Anthology, as well as Prometheus and Alien Covenant. Now, I previously did a My Favorite Alien Film segment on my channel before. You can check that out in the link below. Now, I'm not going to count Alien vs. Predator, but if I did, I would have Requiem last with AVP above that. Before I start my ranking, you can also check out the Stardust app. If you don't have it, you can download it and post your reactions and reviews to your favorite television shows or films. And if you do have a Stardust app, feel free to follow me on Fred Film Fanatic to see my reactions. Starting the list at number 6 is Alien 3. Alien 3 came out in 1992 and is directed by David Fincher, his first film, his directorial debut. And this was a messy film. This had a chaotic production. It really did. David Fincher hates this film more than any other person on Earth, and he disowns it. Pretty much, it's one of the first sequels to really be totally disrespectful to everything that came before. Ellen Ripley has escaped LV-426 with Hicks and Newt and Bishop. Their ship crashes on this prison planet. Newt and Hicks die, but you find out an alien, a xenomorph, came aboard their ship and impregnated Ripley. She has an alien inside her that's going to burst at any minute. It is crazy. It's a very nihilistic film, and it's very different. One thing about it that I do respect is that David Fincher brought that horror survival element back to it. It dropped the action genre. They didn't have weapons. It was just prisoners, Ripley, defenseless against one alien in this prison. And it was very much like the first Alien done by Ridley Scott. Some of the effects look really good with the suits. Others are kind of puppet effects. Elliot Goldenthal did the score. Very much similar to his Interview with the Vampire or Batman Forever score. But it was kind of a downer. It ended the trilogy on a downer. Ripley dies. And it was very much a half-assed plot. It was very, very disappointing compared to Aliens and Alien. It was a fall from grace, and for a while was thought to be the end of the series. Now, it was kind of a ballsy, maybe logical ending, but I think Ripley deserved better. She deserved a happy ending. And this is just my least favorite Alien film. It really is. This film is just totally disappointing and just crap compared to the first 2. But I must say, the assembly cut of the film is far superior and a bit of a hidden gem. It's a misunderstood film. It's a very different film from the first 2, and I respect it for that. It's just not among my favorite films, and is last on my list. Number 5 on my list is Alien Covenant. Alien Covenant was a sequel to Prometheus, and was very much Prometheus 2 and an Alien 0. Put into one. It was an Alien prequel, and I was really, really looking forward to this, especially with Ridley Scott back. I went to go see Prometheus not knowing it was an Alien film, and I really enjoyed it, so I was very much looking forward to this film. This film, much like Alien 3, highly disappointed me. It has its moments, it brings levels of survival horror back, but the characters are just dumb. The film is very well done, but it just feels more like a generic B horror film. It feels very much like Alien would sound on paper, and it's not like Ridley Scott's original film or the other Alien sequels. It's very disappointing, very lackluster, and it's not fully a Prometheus 2 or an Alien movie, and because of that, it just disappoints on all fronts. Michael Fassbender is the highlight of this film. I love Michael Fassbender as Walter and David. He is an evil, evil person as David, an evil android. He's an evil bastard. He really is. But it's nice seeing the xenomorph back in its former glory. It's very much faster with CGI, but I do kind of miss the practical makeup. Something about that felt more real. The shower scene was crazy. Danny McBride does a good job, as well as some of the rest of the crew. It is cast very well, and I do like the practical sets. It has the feeling of the older movies. It's just that some moments are slow and has very much a Lost World Jurassic Park vibe. It isn't really until the second half, where it turns into a Prometheus sequel, that the film really gets to get some legs and starts becoming really good, especially with Fassbender, that origin of how he got to that planet. And even though I like this origin, I'm kind of sad that the mystery of the xenomorphs is ruined because of David creating them, almost like a man-made virus type of organism, and that really upsets me because they're far more scarier when you did not know their origin. Despite its shortcomings, it does have its moments, and it's an enjoyable film. It's just not among my favorite. After that, at number 4 is Alien Resurrection. Alien Resurrection is not the best of the Alien movies, but it's far more enjoyable in my opinion compared to Alien 3. And a lot of its faults are because of what Alien 3 put the series in. But it is crazy. Ellen Ripley gets cloned. And it's pretty much a regurgitation of Aliens, but like Alien, where it's on a ship headed to Earth. I love the design of the xenomorphs. And it's done by a French director, and some parts are very serious, yet have a lot of humor that just feel kind of weird. It's almost like a parody, but it's still serious. And maybe that's because of the misinterpretation of Joss Whedon's script. I don't know. It is very different compared to the previous ones, but it has some great action. I love the underwater scene. The cast with Ron Perlman. I love Winona Ryder as the android Call. She is fantastic in this. Her and Sigourney Weaver really make the movie. Sigourney Weaver plays a very different Ellen Ripley, yet has the same attributes and characteristics of Ellen Ripley. She's a totally different character. She even did that basketball scene in one take. That was just insane. But we get this human-alien hybrid that's just frightening and scary and just disgusting in every way possible. And for a bit, it does have a conclusion to the series. Maybe not the one we wanted, but it does have a conclusion. And the director's cut even shows what Earth looks like. A very desolate place, to say the least. But it is an interesting attempt to revitalize the franchise. And Hollywood never ceases to amaze me as far as like making sequels to films that clearly had no opening for a sequel, whether it be Highlander, Terminator, you name it. They really found a way to continue Alien when I didn't even think that was possible after the Terminator 2 type of ending Alien 3 had. But they did it. Hey, they brought back Alien. It's just a shame that we never got to see Neil Blomkamp's Alien 5, but Alien Resurrection is a good end to the Alien anthology and definitely has its moments and is an entertaining film. It may not be up to the quality of the first two films, but hey, I really like it and I may have a bias. This was the first Alien movie I saw, and I personally enjoy it. Number 3 on my list is Prometheus. Prometheus really surprised me. Ridley Scott is back at the director's helm, and I was not expecting this to be in the Alien universe. I heard rumors that maybe this was going to be an Alien prequel, but I went to go see it as an original sci-fi film, and there's moments I was like watching it thinking, hey, this is kind of similar to Alien. The space jockey? The ship? What? There's a deacon morph that's like a xenomorph? What? And that's when I realized it's in the Alien universe. I like the cast. Michael Fassbender is a highlight as David. You have Charlize Theron. I love the cast of this and the story. It's about basically this group of scientists trying to figure out the origins of mankind and trying to find our creators. That's such a unique plot for a science fiction film, and the fact that they tied that to Alien and the creation of the xenomorphs was very clever. I just wish that it was a clear connection to Alien, as well as Alien Covenant going to Alien. You don't really know exactly how LV-426 ended up the way it was in Alien, but you do get a bit of a precursor to the universe, to Weyland-Yutani Corp. And I guess during this time, Ripley's only 6 years old. So there's a lot to be explored in that universe. I like the visual effects, very well done. And it has some serious moments, some grotesque moments to say the least. And it's a very different movie. It's in the Alien universe, but it still has that kind of horror element to it. Scary, grotesque moments. That part where she has to get the alien out of her stomach was just insane. And that ending was just awesome. But hey, it is what it is, and this film really surprised me, and it's among one of my favorites. Number 2 on my list is Alien from 1979, the original Ridley Scott directed film. I love this film. In space, no one can hear you scream, and I love it. I really, really love this movie. It's very much a survival horror film. Without this film, we may have never had like Dead Space or other survival horror games. I really like the vibe of this. It's a horror movie, and on paper, it sounds like a B movie, but it really is made like an A film. The practical sets, everything feels tangible, real, dirty, just gritty. It feels real. It feels like we're in a real world. And I like the space trucker, so to speak. I like Ellen Ripley, the introduction to Ellen Ripley. Sigourney Weaver is awesome as this role. One of the best female heroines in film, in cinema. Tom Skerritt. Ash the android was just nuts. Turned out to be a regular character that had other ulterior motives and then was just downright evil. And the xenomorph, sure, it was a skinny guy in a suit. Some parts looked a little fake and weird, but for the most part, it was very scary. From the chestburster scene all the way to the other moments in the film, you felt real dread and terror with this xenomorph, this one alien that's aboard this ship taking down people one by one. And it was such a great movie with great tension and atmosphere. The music by Jerry Goldsmith was amazing. I like Alien. Alien was a very well done movie that kept going and going until the very end. That part with Ripley at the end was just insane. And it was very well done. It started off kind of slow, but once you get past the chestburster scene, once the alien starts evolving, the film really kicks into high gear and is among one of the best science fiction horror films ever made. This is the film that started it all, and I love it. Number 1 on my list is Aliens, directed by James Cameron. It's not only one of the greatest action science fiction films ever made, but one of the greatest sequels ever made. It pretty much doubled the ante from Alien, did the exact opposite, multiplied it, made it plural to Aliens, and tackled a completely different genre. James Cameron made his own film. And not only honored what came before, but James Cameron put his own stamp on this film. Stan Winston's effects are amazing. You have James Horner's music, Bishop, the Marines, and Ripley back better than ever. And this is where she went from being one of the best heroines to being just all around the greatest with an action heroine. I love the relationship with Newt, the scary moments in the film, everything done with practical effects, and it was great because they not only multiplied it, but they went back to LV-426. You had the twist with Paul Reiser. This film has everything from a great plot, great action, moments of tension, and just all-around pure entertainment. Aliens is how you do a sequel. It not only builds upon everything that Alien started, but it's a film onto its own and is among one of my favorites. It's my favorite Aliens film. Really, it should have ended here. This is the perfect sequel to Alien. They both really complement each other, and they're both so different from each other, and I love this film. And who could forget that robotic crane scene, the alien queen? Get away from her, you bitch! I love that moment. That was amazing. One of the most badass moments in cinema. Aliens is just a great film. And yeah, if you have never seen any of the Alien films or Aliens, go see it. I highly recommend it. Anyway, those are just my favorite Alien films on this Alien Day today. I hope everybody has a nice Alien Day. And yeah, I just wanted to present my favorites, with Alien Covenant now included. There's some highs, there's some lows, but some Alien is better than no Alien. And yeah, feel free in the comments below. Let me know your favorite Alien films. Least favorite to most favorite, favorite moments, favorite character. Just let me know in the comments below. Feel free to subscribe for more videos. And also, again, check out the Stardust app and follow me on Fred Film Fanatic. Game over, man. Game over.